morning, Dashama. I'm here in Maui with my beautiful friend Katya, and we are going to make some raw chocolate. And so we're going to start with the first ingredient, which is coconut oil, and this is an organic extra virgin. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this, take the lid off, very easy, and you can see it's all hard. It's like a solid at room temperature. We're going to put it in a little pan with water, and there's just water in this little pan. We'll put it on the stove, and we're going to turn it on, because what we want to do is heat it so that it melts just enough to create a liquid out of the oil, and we're going to put it in our bowl with the other ingredients. So what we're going to put it in with is some of this raw cacao powder. So some people in my last video were like, why are you calling it cacao? It's cocoa. And the thing is, there's two different things. There's cocoa and there's cacao. So that's not the same thing. And cacao is actually the cocoa bean, and it's specifically, like, this is from Bali, and they ground it up. It's got super nutrient density, and it's really, really healthy for you. And so if you look up cacao, just Google it, C-A-C-A-O, and look up all the nutrient benefits of cacao. It's really good for your digestive system, for your blood. It's got iron. It's good for your energy, for your adrenal glands and things like that. So cacao is a superfood. And what we're going to do, we're going to just pour some of this in. And it depends on how much chocolate you want to make. Like, I'm a chocolate lover. I'm like a chocolate addict, I guess you could say. I love to have chocolate, and I have it every day. I really believe in enjoying life, so you want to have things every day that make you happy, and chocolate's one of those things for me. So that's why I try to make it myself and make it healthy. That way I can have it every day and not feel like I'm eating junk food. Instead, I know I'm eating something that's good for me. So I'm going to put some of the cacao powder in the bowl. And some of the other ingredients that I really love, I love to include like coconut flakes, and I get this one. It's raw, unsweetened, organic. And what I love about this is it's a reduced fat coconut flakes, because they've taken out 40% of the fat by, it's from a steam extractor, so they extract like a bunch of the fat out of the coconut flakes, and it's got a lot of fiber. It's really good for you, and it's got good fats, but just less of the fat. So we're going to put some of the coconut, and depending on how much you like coconut, you're going to put more or less. And I like to put on the more side because I like coconut, and because it adds a really delicious consistency. It's going to be kind of like an almond joy, and you can put almonds in your chocolate, but we're not going to put almonds in this one specifically. We're going to keep it kind of simple. So coconut, cacao powder, and then you can put honey or agave. I'm not a huge agave advocate anymore. There's been some controversy about agave and saying that it's in the same realm of fructose corn syrup, because it is processed a lot of the time. Even when it says it's raw, it's like still processed. So, you know, you got to go in the direction that makes you feel the best. I think honey's good. I really believe in maple syrup is good. Stevia. I like stevia because it doesn't have any impact on your blood glucose. So for diabetics or people on the Candida diet and cleanse, those are great. Stevia is really wonderful. Xylitol. We're going to put honey in this one. So you just put just a little bit, you know, squeeze it in, and then we're going to put just a little bit of agave. And you can put different sweeteners, mix them together, and also, something really important when you're making homemade chocolate is to put salt. Here's Katya in our video. Aloha!
Aloha!
So we're going to put some Himalayan pink sea salt. And the key to nutrients is to find things that have minerals already in them. A lot of the salt that you buy, the nutrients have been extracted out. So we're going to put a little bit of this pink sea salt right in the chocolate, and then this is cinnamon. So we're just going to put a little bit of cinnamon. You don't have to put the cinnamon, but I like to put a little bit of cinnamon right in there. Another option is mint, which I love. Peppermint is so delicious. but just put that in there. And this is an option. You can put chia. I love chia. You guys have seen my chia videos. You know how much I love chia. It's got so many nutrients. It's really great for you. It's got all your omega fats, and it's really healthy for you. But at the same time, it's really great for your digestive system, and it adds a really unique consistency to your chocolate. So you can add a little bit of chia in there, and it's going to add a lot of fiber, omega fats. So this is like a healthy chocolate. And this is going to be enough for like a meal, you know what I mean? So now, our oil is done. You can see it was solid a minute ago. Now look, it's liquid. So you just pour that in, and we didn't heat it too much, so we've preserved the integrity of the jar. So you can actually use this jar over and over, and we haven't destroyed any of the nutrients in this. Now, we're going to stir it up. So we've mixed all of our ingredients, and now we're going to be mixing them with a spoon in the bowl. And, you know, just like when you're making cookies or whatever, you can get your hands into it and really get all enjoyment out of that, or just use a spoon, but just mix it up nice and good, and you'll see, you're going to know if it's too runny is if, you know, like, if it's pudding-ish, it might be a little too runny, so you can add a little bit more of the cacao powder or some more coconut. You want to make sure it's kind of like the little bit like a consistency of cookie dough, something like that. And so whenever I'm measuring, I kind of use my eyes instead of a measuring utensil, because some people like a little bit more coconut, some people like a little bit more sweetener, some people like a little bit more chocolate, and so it's totally up to you. And then you taste it and you see if it's sweet enough. It's pretty sweet. It's actually pretty good. I would put a little bit more of the sea salt, just because the sea salt cuts down on the bitterness of the chocolate. So the sea salt, and then put a little bit more of the sweetener, and we're going to add a special ingredient into our chocolate. So what's the name of this aphrodisiac herb, Katya? You want to talk to us about that? We're going to add an aphrodisiac herb into our chocolate. And Katya is going to be talking about that.
We're going to put a little pinch of the Damiana in there, and this should activate the libido. So, our special spice ingredient here.
This is a magic special ingredient, and nobody knows about this but us. There are a few things on the planet Earth that are aphrodisiac. And aphrodisiac, what it does is it really like stimulates your libido and gets you, you know, hot and heavy and ready to go. Another one is like mango. What was that one we had yesterday?
Oh, lilikoi.
Lilikoi. We'll be doing a video about lilikoi pretty soon. But we'll do a video about that. And but anyway, there's just a few things in the world, and this is one of them, and it's an herb. So just gonna put a little bit of that into our chocolate. Now, just mixing it up, making sure it's all ready to go. Then we have these little, kind of like little cups. It's like a little cupcake holder, and we're gonna put just little amounts of our mixture into our little cupcake holders, just like that. So we make little bonbons. And then the next step is you put it into the refrigerator and put it in the fridge for probably like an hour at least, but probably more than an hour. Here's a variation. We're going to add some goji berries. So I just added some into the chocolate mixture. And then just stirring it up, making sure that you have an even distribution into your chocolate mixture. And here, the chocolate has been refrigerated for less than 1 hour, and it is a solid chocolate, delicious. So, for those of you who were asking if I would show you the finished product on my chocolate, here we are. It's solid at room temperature. And so delicious.